my friends, welcome back. In this video, I am working on a project for the Artist Spotlight program at the Paint Pour Academy. It is called Garden Whispers, a Dance of Petals and Paint. If you haven't heard of the Artist Spotlight program, it is at paintpouracademy.com, and it is a super fun program that highlights fluid artists from around the world. Artists are invited to be interviewed on my website and receive a profile page. They are also invited to join my private Facebook group where we work on collaborations and supporting each other through our journeys. You can go to paintpouracademy.com/artist.spotlight to see our featured artists and check out our collaborations and to connect with me if you'd like to be considered for the Artist Spotlight program. So for this collaboration, since it involves garden whispers, I thought bloom flowers would be an obvious choice. And I haven't really been experimenting with blooms in a while, so I thought I'm going to try it on some 8x8 tiles. So to start, I got some white house paint and I poured it in a puddle in the middle of my tile. This layer of paint is called a pillow. And the reason it's called a pillow is because my colored paints, which are not as thick as my house paint, are going to sit on top and rest on a pillow. And if you're not familiar with the bloom technique, go check out the Sheely bloom technique, and you can get a full course on the original program. So for my colors, my first layer, I'm using a phthalo green by the Artist Loft acrylic paint. And then I am using a deep violet by Liquitex, followed by a purple flash color shift by Folk Art. And then the last color is a lilac by Shock Paint. I mixed all of my paints, my colored paints, 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and water to thin. This white called a cell activator. It is white acrylic paint mixed with Amsterdam pouring medium. Once I get that poured in the center, I am leaning over and blowing the cell activator over the layers of paint. And I always, in my projects, tend to do multiple canvases or multiple tiles of my projects. The first one, like this one, I do consider my trial run, my experiment, my rough draft, if you will. After I blow it out, I'm letting it sit. Now this video, I am doing everything in real time because I would like you to see the length of the process. Look how pretty this looks, even for a rough draft. I love it. And I do think it's really hard to see the cell activator over the house paint because when I'm blowing, I had a hard time knowing if I'm blowing too hard, if I'm actually pulling up that house paint onto the top layers. But so far, so good. I'm going to give this a spin. It's a gentle spin. You can see there's not a lot of paint flying. I don't want paint flying off of this. I just want my design to stretch over my tile. Look how cool that is. Almost looks like butterfly or moth. These colors are awesome. I am super happy I put that phthalo green on top of the white house paint because you can see the lighter shades of green that come out from it. Very cool. Okay, this as a practice run is, I love it. I love it. I would be totally happy submitting this one. But since I have 3 other tiles sitting to the side, I'm going to see through all 4 of these. And right now I'm just getting any excess paint off of the bottom with my hand. And then I will set it aside. now for my next tile, I am getting my house paint again, just pouring it in a puddle. And I'm not pouring it over. I'm just getting a good size. I don't want a huge amount of this to cover the entire surface because I am adding more paints to it. So I'm starting with the phthalo green again. And then the deep violet. It's a little hard to see with this camera, all the different colors. I am working on updating my cameras. This is the the Purple Flash Color Shift by Folk Art and a lilac color by Shock Paint. I will put all the links in the description box below. Last is my cell activator, and then I'm going to blow. If you can see my hands, I'm kind of holding up my hair because I didn't think this through and I forgot to tie my hair up. And I did get paint in my hair. Now, as I'm blowing, I'm being gentle. I'm trying to get that white paint to spread across the layers. And blowing paint really is tougher than it looks. As you can see, I am blowing in different spots where I see the solid white. I'm trying to get those to grow out to see if I can get some cells to burst out. And I can get a few. I love this lacing that's coming out. Give it a gentle spin. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty this is. I do the spin one each direction as long as I can remember. But oh my goodness, look at this for a second tile. This is a bloom. Oh, it is beautiful. Can you see the flowers and the petals? Oh, I love it. Okay, now it is time for the third tile. And repeating the process using some house paint. And then I'm going to start my layers of color. Phthalo green. Deep violet. Purple Flash Color Shift. The Color Shift paints are some of my favorite paints. They always blow me away, especially after they've dried and after I've used them on other colors. It's just, wow, so shimmery and iridescent and literally color shifting. Okay, now with this one, I did use more paint of the colored paints than I did in the previous. And I am blowing it out, doing my best to aim and blow that white cell activator over the layers of color. So far, so good. I'm loving how this has turned out. Now at this point, you could take a palette knife or a dotting tool and just or skewer and start wrecking it, meaning draw lines, integrate more colors into the white. But I thought this was so cool. I'm not ready to do the wrecking portion of my blooms yet because I really love doing this step, then spinning and watching it stretch. And it is just a gentle spin. Oh my goodness. Now the other direction. Look how awesome this is turning out. Hmm. Now I do see where the paint didn't go over the tile. So I'm just trying to doctor up that little corner, and I'm going to get a spin just to see if I can get that corner to blend a little better. And what I love about this technique and the spinner is not a lot of paint is on my tile, so, which means that the chances of cracking or crazing or drawing with texture is very minimal. This is so awesome. I am thinking that with these tiles that I will put them in my front yard. I'm going to get some UV clear finish spray them maybe 3 or 4 coats to help protect the colors, and putting them in my front yard between my garage and this little walkway on the bottom to be a little accent tile piece. So if I end up doing that, I'll definitely take a picture and I'll post it in my community tab of this channel, so you can see how it looks. Now with this one, oopsie, I did fidget a little too much with this one, and which is sad because I did like it. So I'm just gonna do it again on the top. Gonna pour a puddle of my house paint and follow the same color pattern. Phthalo green, followed by violet, then the purple flash color shift, and then the lilac. Once I get my cell activator poured on, I will repeat the process, blow over the layers of color, and see what happens. And the one thing I've learned about this technique, it is a more advanced technique. There's no real instant gratification like the flip cup or the swipe or, the other simpler techniques. This one, you do need to wait. After you blow, you just need some patience. Let the paint rest, let the paint finish moving, and then you can spin the design out. If you start rushing things too much, it just starts looking globby. If you fidget with it too much, you're going to disappoint yourself and get frustrated. It's just real important to learn the steps, to learn how the paint moves when you blow it, how to glide the cell activator over the layers of paint without overblowing and spinning all of your paint off. It's definitely a technique made of love and patience, and it does teach you a lot of patience. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. This is even better than the first version, so I'm very happy that I decided to do it again. It's looking like almost like a ghost flower. Look how pretty. Just amazing. I love how the paint spins off onto my spinner. The whole background is just a beautiful accent. Look at this, my ghost flower. What do you think? Let me know in the comments box below. Definitely share this video, click like, subscribe to my channel. All of these things help me continue to make these art projects and continue to share with you. If you've done this technique, let me know in the comment box how it's working for you. And if you like it even, it has taken me years and years to like this technique. I was one of the original people. I pre-ordered when Lee had it out on her Instagram. I pre-ordered. I patiently waited for it to come out. And then when I was able to take the class, I was like, oh no, all the products she's using, I can't get a hold of. I was so disappointed. But the Facebook group that I was invited to join because I had the class was so helpful, had a lot of United States people in it, not just everyone from Australia, people from all over the world, people testing, sharing their notes. And I did spend a lot of money trying to figure this technique out with American products. And it's been a journey. I've learned a lot, and it's been worth it. I do like this technique. I'm glad that it is a technique to learn how the paint moves, how to have the right consistencies, how to not get paint in my hair. Definitely an experience. So with this one, I followed the same color pattern as the previous ones. Put the cell activator down, blew it out. So far, so good. I'm loving it. I do love the phthalo green blended with the white. I love how shadowy it looks. So pretty. And I'm just giving it a minute here to rest. This is in real time. I didn't fast forward this step. I'm waiting for the paint in the center that I blew out. It's moving toward the center. So I'm waiting for it to stop before I spin. Oh, I love these colors. So pretty. And I love watching it spin. Oof. One more spin. And you can see not a lot of paint comes off when I spin. So that tells me I use the appropriate amount of paint. I didn't overspin. Now here are the tiles right after I finish them. They are looking great. I have a feeling they're going to dry beautifully. And when I do get them completed and finished and sprayed, I'll be sure to put a recap video just so you can see. So let me know what you think about this project in the description box below. Thank you so much for painting with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.